This is the last of our set of videos about leveling up your listening, taking your listening to the next level, and improving your personal relationships or business relationships using this skill. We've talked about level 1 listening and the limitations of that, level 2 listening and how that can really help people feel heard and safe in sharing with you, and how when someone's feeling in they've had that space held for them and they feel safe sharing there, they share more. And when they hear their own words reflected back to them, they sometimes come to new revelations about their problem or their situation and how they can move forward. What we're going to talk about here is just how do I, even if I've watched these videos and I'm trying to integrate this into my life, like how might I go about that? That'll be different for all of us. The first thing, and thank you for taking your first step, is to become aware of these different situations. So ask yourself, watch your own conversations and analyze them a little. How am I communicating? Am I level 1 listening all the time? Or maybe sometimes I'm level 2 and sometimes I'm level 1, and are those always the right times? And that's the first thing, and it can happen kind of organically. But once you realize that maybe there are places where you should be using empathic, active, or level 2 listening more often, how can you implement a habit of practicing that with someone else you know that would like to practice it, or just by coming to each conversation prepared to attempt it? And you could even go so far as to take a course, for example, take a course in life coaching. Or maybe you want to book a session with a life coach to learn more about how they do it. There's lots of ways you could, but what's the way that you can integrate it into your daily routine, your weekly routine, to just make some small improvements, small incremental improvements to how you listen, and expand your awareness of the situation. So when you start to have more level 2 listening in your life, how can I sometimes get that level 3 experience with people where I really feel aware of what's happening and how we can have a better conversation? It's really about expanding your awareness about things like eye contact, body language, and how when you ask questions of someone or when you respond, where that's coming from in yourself. So think, how can I become more aware of the conversations I have now and what sort of listening I'm using in those conversations? In those conversations where you feel you are getting curious and going deeper with people, how can I bring even more to that? How can I be more aware of their posture, how they're showing up today, the tempo of their speech, what they said or didn't say? And how can we benefit, both of us, from that information? Find little habits, or even a simple thing is to have another person who wants to do this too and practice with each other. I'm hopeful that these short videos are helpful for you to see that listening is something we shouldn't take for granted and something we can put more energy into and really build our relationships into stronger ones. And also, if you're feeling at a place in life where you need someone to really listen and help you through a problem, this is exactly what we do in life coaching. We provide this safe space for you to come, feel heard, and we ask you a lot of questions about how you'd like to move forward. So when you think of life coaching as the journey between getting the life you want from the life you've got, let us help you clarify where you're at now and what that's like. Let us help you clarify where you want to be. That's like. So everyone will have their own journey with listening or being heard. And I'm hopeful that these little videos are a good starting point for you.